What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here at Wall Street PR. In today's video, I'm going over PayPal Holdings. Ticker symbol is PYPL. I'm sure all of you guys are somewhat familiar with PayPal or have used some of their services in your own lives. They own a variety of different money exchanging apps like PayPal. They also do own Venmo as well, which is very popular amongst these younger generations. You can see they're currently trading at a price of $86.53 per share. They recently bounced off the low of $67.58 per share, and they are down dramatically from this all-time high of $310.16 per share that they saw back basically a year ago on July 28th of 2021. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about them, talking about their current price action, some recent news with the company, and some upcoming catalysts, and where I think the stock and price is headed in the next few months and the next few years. So I want to start off over here on Yahoo Finance. An important thing to note is that PayPal is scheduled to report second quarter 2022 earnings results on August 2nd. That is next Tuesday. At the time I'm making this video, it's Sunday, July 31st. So they are coming up in about 2 days. That'll be a very big earnings report. There'll be lots of volume, lots of eyes on PayPal stock. If you take a look down here, you can see that the company projects year-over-year revenue growth of 9% on a current spot rate and a currency-neutral basis for the second quarter. The Zacks consensus estimate for revenues is pegged at $6.76 billion, which would indicate an improvement of 8.3% from the prior year quarter's reported figure. And PayPal projects non-GAAP earnings of 86 cents per share, and the Zacks estimate for earnings is pegged at 85 cents per share, suggesting a decline of 26.1% from the year ago quarter reported figure. Further, the figure has moved 1.2% downward over the past 30 days. So those are the estimates for the revenue and EPS numbers. Obviously, we are going to find out the official numbers on August 2nd. It'll be very interesting to see how they do. Some of these other big tech stocks didn't really report that great of earnings, and some of them actually gave bad future guidance and expectations for the next few quarters. So it'll be very interesting to see how PayPal does. And I'm sure if you guys are an investor in PayPal or Square will definitely be a sympathy play based on PayPal. If PayPal has good earnings, Square will go up. And if the earnings are bad or the outlook is bad, Square and PayPal will also both go down. I do expect a big move in either direction. Next, I want to talk over here, with this on CNBC. This is activist Elliott snaps up an interest in PayPal. This is what could be in for the next payments giant. Take a look down here. This just talks about what PayPal is. I've talked about that. There is a management company, a hedge fund called Elliott Management. That's a very successful investor group in the technology sector that has taken an interest in PayPal. They have a variety of different analysts from leading tech, private equity firms, things like that, all listed right here. And they did go out and say that they made it public that they purchased a stake in PayPal Holdings. Along with actually purchasing up shares and a stake in the company, Elliott Management likes to kind of, put their own input on these companies and talk about what they think would be good moves for them going forward. A potential rumor that's floating around, just purely a rumor, is that they would have a merger with Pinterest. You can see that down here. PayPal in the past was interested in making a bid to buy out Pinterest. Obviously, that would be great news for PayPal. It would be a huge activity with the stock price and things like that. But Elliott is really pushing for this. They have 9% investment in Pinterest as well. So it'd be very interesting to see what happens there. Obviously, Elliott Management isn't the one making the decisions for PayPal. PayPal's team and head of directors and all that will be making those decisions, but they are kind of just putting in their 2 cents. So that's just something to keep in mind as well. Maybe they mention something like this at that upcoming earnings report on August 2nd. If we circle back over here to the stock chart, you can see, if I zoom in as of late, the last few earnings reports have been negative. This is one right here. You can see a gap down from a price of about 160 all the way down to 140. Another earnings report right here from 91 down to about a low of 81. So they have pulled back on the past 3 to 4 earnings reports. You can see, pretty much the same thing. Gap down, gap down, gap down on earnings. These E's right here are the earnings reports. So they've all been negative out of the past 4. So, based on that alone, you'd think this would be another negative reaction. Maybe the earnings are good and the stock price still goes down, especially after recovering right here. I think that's my personal guess, is that they're going to maybe pull up run a little bit more into earnings, like $90 per share, and then pull back down to a lower price of about $75 per share. That's my short-term estimate for PayPal holdings. But in the long term, guys, I think they're a great undervalued company that will perform in the big tech industry. I think they're worth minimum $150, $200 per share. I think that's fair, conservative estimate and fair value for them, considering the fact that they were trading well above $250, $300 per share for quite some time. I think it's going to be a longer, drawn-out move, like I always say, up to $150, $200 per share. But I have no doubt that they will reach these numbers over the course of the next few months and the next few years. But with that said, guys, it'll be very interesting to see how they do on Tuesday, August 2nd with that earnings report. Be sure to do your own research before investing and only invest what you can afford to lose. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.